Hello and welcome to another episode of The Elegant Life. My name is Erin Kurt and I am a spiritual teacher who assists women in living and manifesting an exquisite, elegant life for themselves. A life that has the mixture of the physical and the spiritual. When you blend the two together, that is when you get a magical mix of fulfillment and bliss and just real incredible joy. So if that resonates with you, then make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. All right, today we are going to be talking about a question I get asked about a lot, because right now in these times we're going through, a lot of people are having issues come up and they're not knowing how to deal emotionally with them. There's the issues at work, there's issues with spouses, there's issues with children, there's issues personally, internally with weight, and my goodness, the plethora of things that go on with people's lives are just enormous right now. It is a challenging time for many. The reason for this is such a good reason, and I want you to really hear me when I say this. The world is going through a lot of shifting right now, but it's all for the best purpose in the world. Think of the times when you have grown the most in your life. They've probably come from some of the most dark periods of your life, where you've gone to the bottom and then somehow you've had to learn something and you've come up from them, right? I have had those same things. The very reason that I have the spiritual wisdom that I have is because I had a dark period in my life, and through that I came out, and I never give that dark period up for what I experience now. It doesn't mean that it was easy, but just know that whether it's a dark period in your life or you're worrying tremendously about the darkness that's going on in the world right now, it is all for a really good reason. People need to have this discomfort so that it shakes their world up. We can live comfortably numb. And I think a lot of people were living like that, just living the Groundhog Day, not necessarily happy, just living day to day, not really awake. And then boom, things happened. Things are happening. You are not happy with the way your life is going. Someone is confronting you and issues coming up you've never had to deal with before. You're nervous about what the world is going through right now. These things happen and you are not knowing how to deal with it. I'm going to gift you a question that you can ask yourself, and I would get out a piece of paper and pen. If you need to pause the video, please do, and get a piece of paper and pen and write this down. When something is happening internally to you and you're feeling off, I want you to ask yourself, what would my highest divine self do in this situation? How would I react? How would it respond? What would my highest divine energy do with this opportunity? What would it create in this situation? I remember way back when, probably in 1998, when I had come back from France, and if you've followed my story, you know that I was introduced to Buddhism at that time. Now, I no longer practice Buddhism formally, but many of the teachings and the gifts that I got from Buddhism reside with me even today. And one of them was always saying, I think there was even a book that came out, what would Buddha do? I love to look at other people as examples, but I want you to know that Buddha is just an example. Jesus was just an example of what we are capable of. So I want you to start realizing that Jesus and Buddha are no different than you. It's just that they were able to live from their highest divine self here on earth, and you can too. That's what we're all doing, right? This needs to be a practice. And so if there's a circumstance, an opportunity, something, a present moment, whatever, you're wondering about what decision to make, ask yourself, what would my highest divine self do? How would she be? What would she create? How would she use this opportunity? What would she do with this opportunity? How would she react? How would she respond? How would she be in this present moment? That question will bring you home, and you know that that is, if you've been watching this channel for a while, that is what my goal is, to consistently get you to come home. And home is that highest divine self. So come in, and you can ask yourself and sit and meditate, and don't attach to there being an answer right away. Asking the question is the starting point, and then sit quietly. Make there be some moments in your day when you have stillness and silence so that the divine can speak to you, because it speaks through silence and stillness. Okay, so do that and really allow the answer to come. If it doesn't come, just move on with your day and create those other times of silence consistently. Maybe you want to journal about it. Writing is very, very powerful. And you can ask that same question and then just journal what comes out. That's very powerful. This is how you want to be here in this physical form. It wants you to use the physical form to act, but your guidance center should always be home. That will gift you the best, most ideal situation for you and everyone concerned. So this is a shorter video, but I actually made it that way intentionally because I want you to think of a situation right now. This is your elegant assignment. Think of a situation in your life now that you've been wondering about, you've been thinking, it's disturbing you, you're curious, you're wondering, whatever it is. And ask yourself that question and see what comes forth. Practice this. And let me know. Let me know. I love hearing from you. Any way you can, I love hearing from you. Make it an elegant week, and I'll see you next time.